Hey guys, sorry my video cut off there for a second, but there's a couple other things I wanted to tell you about this tank. I know I got all jumbled in the last video and said there's a couple of things. The only problem I've had with this tank is that I have a bad an airstone thing. I can't remember what it's called. You know, the thing that pushes out the air through the airstones. Don't buy on Amazon unless you read very thoroughly the reviews, people. I had a couple of reviews on this that seemed really good, and it was not. The plug is messed up, everything like that. But as for fish health, these guys are so healthy and so happy and so sweet. I just love them. They are amazing. I'm going to just kind of scroll over to my second 40-gallon breeder here. By the way, this has 5 small little fish in it. I know some people think that's a little overstocked, but I take very good care of my fish. I make sure the water parameters are in check and everybody is happy and healthy and growing. And I think 5 under 3-inch fish in a 40-gallon breeder that's double filtered is just fine. So let's just kind of yeah, let's scroll over to my other tank. Hold on, guys. You're gonna get an up close and personal view of them here for a second. Aw, that's my little Simba. Love that little one-eyed guy. He's also got kind of a twisted fin. Another little more. All right, let's scroll over here, guys. Here's the top view of this tank. Got some testing strips because I just did some water changes. Don't worry, I used the other ones as well. Let's go over here. This is my other 40-gallon breeder, and I have all telescopes in here. You can see my sweet little guys. This over here is Panda. He's my black and white butterfly telescope. Up here is Bonnie. She is my butterfly telescope, but she's a red and white. And then this is just my regular fan-tailed telescope goldfish. That is Toodles. Poor little guy, I can't even remember his name. And they're all very happy and healthy. Panda here, this black and white, was my very first fish that I ever bought online. I ordered him from, I believe it was livekoi.com, and he was quite spendy. I believe he was like $20, $29, and he's grown a lot since I've gotten him, and he's also started to change color. He is going to be a red and white, just like little Bonnie over there up at the top. Having herself some bubbles over there, but he has gotten pretty big. He has grown quite a bit, and he's also my first little struggle fish ever. I had a problem because thank goodness I had taken all of my advice. When I got him, I had gotten another little 10-gallon just as a sick tank, just because I couldn't afford really anything else as per tank size. So I got a little 10-gallon and put him in there, and after about 7 days I noticed on the top of his little fin, his dorsal fin, and a little spot on his side was kind of white and frilly, and being new to goldfish, I had a feeling that it was fin rot, so I went ahead and ordered it online, the recommended medication that I had went on, and kind of picked through YouTube about what has worked for some people, and I got pardon me, and I got this stuff. It was a mistake. Don't get your chemicals online if you, just my personal opinion, if you see something, because by the time the fish medication had gotten to me, about half of his dorsal fin had kind of rotted away, and you can even see, if you look really closely, if the resolution is on top, on the other side, he has a little white spot on his body. And if you notice, hopefully you can see, there's kind of like a little variation line across his dorsal where the whole fin had rotted away, and I was terrified. I was crying. I felt so bad for him, and so I started treatment right away, and I went through treatment with some fin rot treatment, and I'll go through maybe a video and show all of that. And within 4 or 5 days, he was feeling much better. By the way, I dosed at night just after feeding, and shut the tank lights off and shut everything down quiet and nice after giving that dose of medication. Every couple of days I'd change water parameters, and oh, they're hungry. They only do that, by the way, get up at the top when they think they're going to get food. And on my days off, I do give them a third meal, a tiny little meal, so they're hungry. little, she's so cute. But within 2 weeks, little Mr. Panda here was perfectly healthy and happy. And now that it's been a few months, actually, no, gosh, it's been 5 months-ish. I can't remember, guys, so if I say something wrong, it's just because I'm completely ridiculous and I can't remember. But he grew that top fin back almost completely. He's even got the frills on it, and I noticed how big that fin had gotten when I had received Bonnie in the mail. She was a very expensive fish, but I got her on eBay as well. I can't remember exactly right now where I got her, but she was so beautiful and wonderful. Did have a little teeny bit of fin rot after that initial few days of being here, but again, after treatment, she cured up right away. I call her a she. I really don't know. I just, she's wonderful. So, but I'm going to shut this video off. They got the same thing as the other guys. There's 3 in here in my 40-gallon tank. I've got a 90-gallon Aqueon on this side and a 40-gallon Aqueon on this side with my air bubbler, 2 of my Eco Stones, and a nice little plant here. This plant is not doing great. Instead of leaving it in the foam it comes in, I switched it so it would stay on the bottom, and I think they squished something. But anyways, this is this tank, and I will come back here in a little while and upload another little video on the only real tragedy I've had on my tanks and show you my new additions.